woodworker needs to square up the end of a piece of wood, we often use this jig called a shooting board. The shooting board holds your hand plane on its side and guides it in a track so it can square up the ends of even narrow pieces of wood, too narrow to clean up in the vise. But there's this myth going around the internet that shooting boards don't work unless the side of your plane is perfectly square to the sole, and that is just not true. The side of this plane is not square to the sole. You can see light poking underneath my square there, and I can even rock it back and forth and feel that gap. And in fact, most plane sides are not square to the sole, and yet craftsmen have been using Stanley and other vintage planes to shoot the ends of their boards for 100 years. How is that possible? Is that magic? No, it was just people thinking about the problem for like a second and then using some obvious solutions. One solution is just to use your plane's lateral adjustment lever, which easily changes the angle of the blade to make it square to the shooting board. That totally works, but I don't do it because then I would have to reset lateral every time I shoot. What I actually do is put the plane on the shooting board with the toe against the fence, and there's a tiny gap there, and as I'm shooting I just put a tiny bit of pressure over the top to eliminate that gap. Now my plane is in the perfect position and I can shoot all day long. Honestly, I didn't even realize I was doing it until somebody asked. And you might be struggling to build your first shooting board because they have to be really straight and square in order to work. You might want to try the new advanced shooting board kit from my company, Compass Rose Tools. It's CNC'd out of bolted birch plywood, so it comes accurate and it stays accurate. And we've included a bunch of innovative features like a sliding fence that eliminates gaps and a detachable stock support that allows you to hold and shoot even long boards easily. And it's Black Friday, so the shooting board and a bunch of other useful tools are on sale right now, but only until Monday. CompassRoseTools.com.